let's put makeup on and chat. And I have a small little fun announcements to tell you. I will answer your questions. Let's get into it. There is a couple new things that I'm going to be trying doing this, and I'll point out the new ones. This I've never used. This is, let me get my glasses. This is Tarte C Hydroflex. It is a medium neutral. It looks like this. It's very, very cute. I got number 32N and they matched me at Sephora. It says it's plant collagen, vitamin E, hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, algae, and dermatologist tested. It is vegan and it is cruelty free. So I thought it'd be interesting to try this for the first time. So who knows? This could be a train wreck. I am not going to put any primer on only because I want to see how it's going to fare. All right, have you seen the YouTubers who do this? I don't know how they do it. That seemed like too much, but I thought I would try it. I'm going to use a Real Technique sponge and just kind of, let me put my mirror down so I can see. Oh, the color is a dead-on match. I am self-tanned. Okay, wow. That stuff blended in seamlessly. Okay, I'm gonna do it with my finger because I like it better. It's very runny. It says it will hydrate, so we'll see. But you can barely see that on me. But okay, so some of the questions I asked you guys on my Instagram, if you haven't followed me on Instagram, I'm just at Mindful Midlife. Questions that you may have, and you guys did not disappoint. You got some good questions in there. So I thought I would answer your questions here while I do my makeup. So, and I do have a little bit of an announcement, and I'll tell you that in a minute. Okay. So some of you asked me, a few of you asked me, what are our summer plans? Our summer plans are not a huge amount because Doug's job is so new. He doesn't really want to go away too much or too far. Just there's a lot of things that he is working on, so he doesn't want to do that this summer, but we do want to get away. So we're actually planning on going in Pennsylvania. There's mountains up in the north called the Poconos, and we don't vacation there a lot. It's only about an hour away, so it's not far, but we did get an Airbnb. It's actually kind of a tiny house, so I'm kind of excited about it. It's right on a lake, and so we're planning on doing that. It'll be fun, and it'll just be, I think, just 4 nights. We're not even doing a full week. We wanted to kind of be easy on the budget. So that's our plans for our family. I think I like this. I don't know if you guys can hear a hum. That is a fan that I have on me because I literally am just sweating so much today. I don't know why, just a lot of hot flashes. I went off of my keto diet for a couple days because of Rachel's birthday and a couple other things. I was sick, and when I'm sick, I eat salty foods. And yeah, so I think that's why I'm getting more hot flashes. Is that crazy? Do you guys like where I'm filming? This is a new filming place. I did this when I first started my channel. This is where I filmed. This is actually my makeup table that is here. I'm going to get a video. I'll use my phone. You guys are getting the real me. Okay, so this is my filming table. Hello. So as you can see, this is actually where I put my makeup on. I don't have my lights on there because those are too yellow for filming. But I like it, so it'll be a little bit easier, I think, to film. Okay, let me get my questions back up so I know what you guys asked. Okay, so I'm liking this. There's no smell, which I like. It went on really smooth. It's definitely a medium coverage. I definitely see some of hyperpigmentation right there. Let me see if I can build that up a little bit. This is so serum-y and liquidy, and I like that, especially for the summer. So let me just see if I can build that up a little bit. Okay, yeah, I think that's building up a bit. I really think I like this. So let's see how it lasts and how much it creases and things. So I think it's so cool at Sephora. Well, probably at Ulta too, obviously. It depends on the brand. This is Tarte. They give mini versions, which I think is so cool. Then you don't have to commit to a massive thing of foundation. And I know you can return them, but I try not to as much. So this makes it so it wasn't such a big commitment because Tarte is not cheap. This is definitely a high-end brand. But I do think you're going to use a bit more than normal only because it's so runny. We'll see how it lasts throughout the day, if it oxidizes or anything. But so far, I'm really liking the color. And man, she really got me dead on as far as the color goes. Plans for the summer as well. Oh, wait, before I tell you that, I want to tell you about a brand that sent me makeup. It's called Merit, and they sent me their entire line. So I've been trying them out a bit. I was going to do a full face, but honestly, the foundation that I choose, which is actually a stick foundation, I did not choose very good at all for the color. And I had to do it online. So I was like, okay, I really blew that. But I do like this. Even though this is foundation, it says you can use it for your under eye. So I'm going to show you how I do that as well. So I'm going to just do a little bit here. I don't think this is a great color for my under eye, but I really like this for my under eye. So the packaging's nice. It twists up. No smell or anything. I'm going to use my sponge and then just dab it in. And then I usually just turn this over and use the remainder of the foundation that I was using to just blend it in. So I actually like it very much for that. And I try not to get concealer right underneath my eye where it's going to crease a lot. I think it's so much better to go below it and then blend up just a little bit. Really like that. That's Merit. I'm going to use a couple more of their products in a minute, but I do like this. And I think this would be really good for foundation. I just didn't get the right color. So other plans for the summer are not actually this summer. This is an exciting thing. My daughter has been asking for many, many years to go on vacation, just her and I. And obviously this past year that was not an option. In 2020 with having the pandemic and my husband out of a job, that was not an option. So I talked to my husband and I said to him, not very many 21, now she's 22-year-olds want to go on vacation with their moms. And because she wants to, I feel like we should do it, because from this point forward, her life is going to be much more away from us. She does live with us, but she's almost done with school. She wants to start a career. She's dating a guy. There's so many things that pull her away, and she wanted to do this, and she asked. So my husband and I talked and we decided that we were going to go ahead and do it. So we went in big. I am so excited. She and I are actually in the fall going to a couple days to Waco, Texas to go to Magnolia. Now we've been there before, but it was just one day and it was with a few other people who were not as into it as we, including my husband and my son. So we really wanted to stay, and I'm so excited. It's going to spend, I think it's 3 nights in Waco in a tiny container house. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's so cute. I will show you guys. I'm gonna vlog the entire trip. So it's not till the fall, so it's gonna be a while from now. We are going to an Airbnb in Malibu, and we're going to be in California for 5 days. So the entire trip is about 8 days long. If I can talk while I'm doing my eyebrows. Okay, I can't do it. I'll talk to you in a minute. The foundation is definitely creasing, and definitely the Merit underneath my eyes is creasing. So, which is not a huge issue because they all crease. To me, they all crease. So I'm going to use a powder. This is the number 7 Lift Illuminate. Try to get all the extra foundation and concealer out, and then set my under eye with this powder. I try not to go too much because then it makes me look older, and we don't want that. And I'll just take my sponge and get all the extra creases out. The extra foundation out. I'm going to use the Merit. They call this their volumizing pomade. This is a good pomade. I don't think it's life altering for my brows that I think I need to spend the extra money for it. The NYX is good. The e.l.f. Wow Brow is good. I just think that you can spend less money. ODSC asked, what do you enjoy doing in your free time? Okay, free time. When do I have free time? I actually do YouTube a lot in my free time. This is kind of my side gig right now. I do love bike riding with my husband, and I'm just putting on a concealer above my eyebrow. Under my eyebrow right now to even out my skin tone. I love bike riding. I like reading a lot, although I don't have a lot of time to read, but now I'm using Chirp. If you watched my video, I think it's 2 before this, I'll link it below. It's about how I get things done. I started listening to an audio version, and this is not sponsored. That video was sponsored, but this one is not. They don't know I'm saying this, but that has been a game changer for me to be able to get some reading time in because I don't have a lot of time to read. So what I'll do is I will put my audiobook on and I will go for a walk so I get some exercise done. And then I also listen to a book. So I do that. I like to do DIY projects. I like to spend time with my friends like anyone else. So that kind of stuff. I like to hang out with my daughter and go shopping. It is our goal, if we're in any area, to try to find a very cute coffee shop whenever we go together shopping. So, we'll go get coffee like at Starbucks or Dunkin' or something like that. But if we can find a cute coffee place, we will go out of our way to find that cute coffee place. So that's one of our fun things we love to do. Caudeli M 5151. I'm not sure if that's how you say that. She asked me, what is your testimony? I will make this short because my testimony is kind of long-winded. But so if you don't know what a testimony is, it's basically your story of how you came to faith, how I became a Christian. That's my testimony. So my testimony is I grew up in a Christian family. My dad is a Baptist pastor, was pretty strict upbringing. They're very, very, very conservative. And I'm actually grateful for that. It taught me a good foundation. My dad was strict, but he was loving and he was kind. He was a good pastor. And I watched a movie. Oh, I keep shaking, y'all. I'm sorry. I watched a movie with my family one time when I was 10 years old called Thief in the Night. And it was a movie that was shown in a church, and it was all about the rapture. If you don't know what the rapture is when Christ comes back to earth. He raises the dead who are Christians, and he brings the Christians up to heaven with him. Only people who are Christians have this happen. And so it was all about that. It's called Thief in the Night because in the Bible it talks about that we don't know when it's going to happen. Nobody knows, only God knows. So, in other words, somebody could just disappear in the night like they were stolen. So that's why the story is called that. So, okay, I'm trying this new mascara. To me, it's new. It's called Voluminous Superstar X Fiber by, it literally does not, L'Oreal. Oh, my heart. So I watched this video or movie, and I was convinced that I would not go to heaven because I knew I had not accepted Christ. So I asked my mom a bunch of questions. I knew how to become a Christian, but I'd never become a Christian. I had never really started a personal relationship with Christ. I talked to my mom about it because I knew that if God were to come back, I would not go. And I realize some of you oh my, this table shakes too much. I realize that some of you do not believe this, and I understand that. So that's why I'm making this short. I knew I wasn't going to go to heaven if he came back that day. I knew that, even as a 10-year-old. So I accepted Christ. As Christians would say, I accepted Christ into my heart. I would not say there was a massive change. It's not really a big change when you've grown up in a Christian home. I'm already kind of doing the things that look Christian-like because my parents were that way. So I knew it's when I became a Christian, but there was no massive change. Not until I was really an adult and had to make a decision for myself. Was I going to accept this, or was I just doing this because it's what I'd always done? Because it was how I grew up. And I had to come to that decision and decide whether I truly wanted to live a life that was pleasing to God or live a life for myself. And I was an adult in my 20s that I decided I really wanted to live for the Lord and commit my life to the Lord and let him be the king of my life. And so that would be in a synopsis, my testimony. There's a lot more into it. I bring my faith into my channel sometimes, as you guys know. And my eyelashes are looking crazy. But I don't bring it into it a lot. This is not a Christian channel. This is a channel from a woman who is a Christian. And so I will talk about it because it's part of my life. Like it's who I am. It involves every part of my life. So it would be very hard for me to not talk about it at all. So I do bring it in, but it's not like every video and things like that. Does that make sense? I don't know if that made any sense at all. Okay, back to the makeup. Somebody asked me, she said, you don't put mascara on the bottom. I do not put mascara on the bottom of my eyelashes anymore. I watched a few YouTubers who did it this way, and I always thought I needed it, but it makes my eyes look more lifted when I don't, and that's why I don't anymore. I only put it on the top, and I leave my bottom alone. So I really like that look, and so that's why. Okay, I said on Instagram that I had a little announcement to make, and so this one person, her name's Dana, she said, what's going on with you? Job changes, health issue, making me a little nervous. Dana, you don't need to be nervous. And this is my little announcement. I'm excited to say this because I have wanted to say this for so long. I am going part-time with my job so that I can do YouTube more. So that's my little announcement. It's not a massive thing, and you guys are not going to see the change for a while. And that's because I'm in the middle of taking a class as well, and and that takes a lot of my time. So you will notice maybe some changes, but as far as like now I'm going to post every day, not happening. It'll probably still be once a week for a while, and then I'm hoping to be able to post more because I'm going to have more time. So I'm very excited to go part-time. My job at the school allowed me to do that. I think I can handle it. I'm so excited. It starts July 1st. So excited because I'm going to be able to do a little bit more thinking through my channel. I have some changes in mind that I think are going to be good. So yeah, I'm very excited. Lisa Lily says, hi Bobby, meet up? Are you obsessed about weight like the rest of us? Ugh, so hard. I think she wants me to do a meetup. I've been asked several times if I would consider doing a meetup. Like, in other words, figure out a time and just let you guys know I'll be at a certain time at a certain place and you guys can come meet me. That just cracks me up that you guys would want to do that. That's just so sweet. I have not thought about doing it, and I don't know if I would do it for quite some time. Maybe in the future, I like 3 of you would show up. So I'd be sitting there going, okay, is anyone here? I don't know. So maybe sometime in the future, but not right now. But thank you, Lisa, that you would want to meet me. Of course, I obsess over my weight like you guys do. I try not to obsess too much, but it happens. So, okay, can I just say I love this brush. This is the putty brush from e.l.f. You're supposed to use it just for their putty primer, because that's why it has this little scoop. I love it for cream bronzer. It's just so good. So, okay. Just a little bit of color. Oh, so pretty. Okay, so yes, I obsess over my weight, especially because you guys are watching me. And I know you're watching me because I do videos about weight loss. So yeah. Is it a constant thing with me? Yeah, it is a constant thing with me. But I also know that I'm doing it healthy and I'm doing it slow. And that's all that matters to me. I want to be healthy. It's not necessarily about being skinny. Skinny is the byproduct of being healthy. And I don't even want to be skinny. I just want to be at a healthy weight for my body. So, okay, lies. I do want someone to come up to me and say, "You're skinny." Please, somebody someday tell me I'm skinny, because that hasn't happened in a long time. That bronzer blends in so easy. I love that bronzer. Okay, somebody asked me what my favorite mascara is. I am really loving this mascara, this L'Oreal Superstar X Fiber. I like it because it has two parts, and this is waterproof, but one's a primer and one is the actual mascara. So I'm really liking this. I also really like Essence Volume Hero Waterproof. This stuff is just amazing as well. I will link both of these below. What are some snacks that you can recommend when you want something crunchy? Okay, well, I'm not sure what plan you're on. I'm doing keto right now. If I want something crunchy and salty, my go-to is macadamia nuts. I have to be careful because those are very high in calories, so I try not to eat too many, but I usually eat too many. I'm gonna try the Merit. This is their blush. They also say you can use it on your lips, and I think it's okay. I don't think it's my favorite. I think it doesn't stay on as well as I would like. They say to just put it on like this, and then I am going to use just a stippling brush to just kind of blend it out. I think it looks pretty once it's on. That looks a little extreme, so I'm going to use my sponge to kind of diffuse it. I don't think it lasts that long. That's the only thing I don't like about it. I think that it kind of comes off a little easy. It's very creamy. So I just want to set this blush in place, so I'm just going to tap it in a little bit. I don't want to use a lot because I don't want to take it totally away. Okay, one thing I forgot to use, and I think I can do this over the powder because it's not a lot of powder. They do have a highlighter, and I got to tell you, this probably is my favorite of all of the Merit products that were sent to me. I love this stuff, but you got to be careful because it can look kind of streaky. So I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a line right now, so I definitely need to blend it in. Hopefully you guys can see that, but I just think it's pretty. I hope it's not a line. It's kind of hard to see it until you see it in a certain light. Sin Jim C. How are you coping with Doug back at work? How do you manage with adult children at home? Rules, etc. Okay. Doug back at home. Doug back at work, I should say. We're coping okay. I'm glad he's at work. He wants to be at work. I miss him. Last summer was so fun to be biking all the time with him and have him home. He cooked a lot, which obviously I liked. I miss that part a lot. I mean, I actually literally mourn the fact that he's not home every day, because we had probably the best summer of our life was last summer, because we were together almost every day and we went biking so much, and it just felt good to be together. So that part is hard for me, but I'm glad for him. He needed a job, obviously. Okay, I'm gonna put some lips on. I'm gonna use a Milani, just a very nude color. I think it's so natural. I don't know, I can't read it. I will link it below, but I use this around my lips just to keep things from feathering. And then I go in with whatever color, and the color just doesn't matter because this is the same color as my lips. Having adult children at home is not easy, no matter how good your children are. It's just not easy. It's very hard. It's very hard to talk and do lips. It's very hard to transition your thought processes from being a parent to being more of like a friend and, well, not so much a friend. Yes, a friend. But it needs to happen. All right, this is my favorite lipstick. If you were to look at this, you would not think it looks peach. It just doesn't look peach. But man, you put this on your lips and it looks peach. I love this. It is not gonna go with this lip. Oh, I'm wearing red. I can't wear that. I'm gonna wear it anyways. I don't care. Okay. Seeing that peach? So pretty. Oh, that's good, Bobby. Our philosophy on our children is that they need to be making decisions on their own, and we are there to support them. We have rules in our house, we do. They help out around the house. They have chores that they have to do. We don't have many rules. I mean, we expect them to be respectful and to do the things that we've asked them to do, but we don't go crazy. They're adults, and we have to expect them to be adults, and we need to let them be an adult. And I would say that it's constantly changing. It's a big transition from thinking like I'm your parent to letting them just be an adult. Do we expect them to be at certain events? Yes. We expect them to come to dinner and to help out with dinner, especially afterwards, those kind of things. But there are things that my kids do that I'm not really happy about, and I have to let that go. They're not doing horrible things, so that's a good thing, but they have to make decisions on their own. Just like when I was telling you about my testimony, when I had to make a decision about my own faith, my kids need to make a decision about their faith. They need to make a decision about how they're going to run their lives. And I always want to be available to them. So there are things, especially Rachel, she's much more of a talker. There's many things that she says to me that I'm like, okay, didn't want to know that. And sometimes I just have to let it go. I just have to be quiet, because the last thing I want her to do is to stop telling me things that's going on in her life, because she's going to get a lecture from me. And so I try to back off and tell her, okay, I want to hear it. Sometimes it might be hard for me to hear, but I do want to hear it. So she has continued to talk to me, and that's a good thing. So I can't give you huge advice on how to parent adults, because I feel like I'm still new at it, and I don't think I'm an expert in any way. But I would say is respect your children. If you expect them to respect you, you need to respect them. Give them space. Give them opportunities to crash and burn, and be there to help pick up the pieces. Don't give your advice unless they want you to give advice. Otherwise, just listen, and just try to always cultivate an open conversation with them. That would be my biggest advice. I will link all the products below so that you guys can go to them, and I will see you guys in the next video. God bless.